I gotta suit up in a bee suit. I gotta go kill some wasps. I gotta make a video later today about how can I help my fellow Filipinos. I lost my light, my natural light. Like this video if you think Filipino men need help finding their way. Like this video if you know a Filipino man who needs to get focused. I've been back in America for about 3 months now, and I did live in Dumaguete for about close to 3 years, 2.5 years, 2.5 and change. And before that, I was going back and forth all the time for school and just for business and seeing how things are and things like that. I haven't accomplished what I really wanted to accomplish in life. I'm working on it, but now that I am to a point where I accomplished a little bit of something, I feel like it's time for me to give back to some of my people, especially the men or boys or young men in the Philippines. Because living in the Philippines, you come across a lot of kids who never grew up, basically. If you know somebody who's like that, I want you to like this video, share this video, and hopefully I can reach out to them in that way. Because I have been very fortunate enough to grow up in America, grow up in a different way. My parents didn't pamper me. My upbringing and how our life is in the Philippines is it's somewhat of a paradox, because in America I've always been raised as a lower middle class person, because my parents are always working, decent jobs, nothing crazy. In the Philippines, because my parents invested so much, the how people look at us is totally different. They believe that we grew up very wealthy back home or back here in New York, and we're just there. We just started off with money, and that's far from it, right? I want to use this opportunity, like I did with the martial arts school. And I have always been the type of person to share my knowledge and pass it on if somebody's willing to want to take it, even though I'm still a young guy. Whatever I know, I want to pass it on. That's why I love coaching. I love teaching, because it's a way for me, it's that lubricant to pass that knowledge on. Because I don't really believe, I never listened in school. I can't really do the lectures and stuff like that. There has to be a common denominator, and for me it was martial arts for a very long time, and it still is now. So I want to use this opportunity and use the channel and put it to good use, because this can't be done with just me. I need your help. A lot of the when I look at the analytics, a lot of the people who are watching are men between 29 like 35, and I know it jumps and stuff like that. But a lot of them are also in America. Now, if I can just ask you to share this video to someone or some of these young men that you personally know that will maybe affect them in a way, maybe I can touch their spirit or their soul in a way for them to change their mindset. Because to be honest, when an expat, more than likely a white guy, talking to a young Filipino man, it doesn't seem realistic to them to attain what I'm telling you right now, what I want to tell them, because they just cannot fixate on that idea where you come from America, I didn't know you were poor. It doesn't go in their brain. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, hit that bell, because I want to start seriously trying to tackle the issue of personal development. Because as a Filipino or Asian, you have a lot of pressure on you. And especially if you're born poor, you have a lot of pressure on you. I don't really want to target the guys who come from well-off families, their family and their family in Dumaguete especially. If you don't know, Dumaguete is a very rich town. A lot of old money there. I would know because, you know, just because my parents grew up poor, they have a lot of family who are very wealthy because you know how it is. You guys know certain surnames, certain this, certain that. You know, sometimes you're born with a ticket to success, a silver spoon in your mouth back in Dumaguete. I know the people personally, and I go in those circles as well. So they assume that I'm a part of that situation, which I'm far from it. I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up in Hempstead, Long Island, right? I really want to focus on how I can help my Filipino men, young men. If I can reach out to some women, that's fine. But I find that women are just well-balanced people because there's some who falter and things like that. But nationally and internationally, women are really, they're amazing. You're talking about consistency. You know, when it comes to the workforce, they're there. They're diehard, and they're the multitask. So basically, they have to really do well in their field and take care of the family. And in the Filipino culture, they got to do well in their field, and take care of the husband and the family because Filipinos, as well as most Asians, are very family-centric. So you have to understand, you have to respect all the women in the world. So, like I said, in the next couple of videos, I'm gonna just, you know, give my little advice or my little experience to many of the young Filipino Bisaya men out there. I can't speak Tagalog, so it's not gonna happen. But I am very fortunate enough and grateful enough to have encountered many young men, especially through the martial arts gym that I have. They have shared with me their life goals. They asked me my opinion on what they should do or whatever, and I've shared with them because why? At the end of the day, if I can help anyone rise up, it makes me feel better. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not that far from them as far as, you know, financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? I just run small businesses. So for them to see me on the climb, I want to reach back and pull them up as well. And that's number one right there. If I can reach back and pull someone with me, let them succeed as I succeed, then it makes the whole journey even a lot better. So my question for everyone today, and please, I really want interaction. You can really air out your complaints, you know, because I really want to work on those topics because then I can really hone in on trying to help many of the young Filipino men out there. What is lacking with the young Filipino men, especially locally? I want you to just comment down below. Tell me what you think, and I'm gonna try my best to, you know, do more Bisaya videos because, you know, a lot of the people, they understand English. The context sometimes it gets lost in the air. It gives me a chance to better my Bisaya. Two, it really gives me a chance to really go, you know, almost like one-to-one with some of these young men, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully you can ride with me on this journey. And I would love for you to, once again, like this video, share the video, and then I'll see you next time.
What we do here is go back.